When was the decision made to construct a new building and have it be a green building?
The project started in late 2010. From a Grundfos perspective, if we were to build our own building, we would follow the LEED Green Building Standard. So in this case, it was with Growthpoint, but it was from day one that the intent was, if we build a building, it must achieve a green building standard.
How long did construction take, and what was the cost of the building?
Well, the total project was just over 100 million rand. Of course, that's including the land. The building construction part was around about 80 million. And it started in May 2012.
Can you briefly explain the green technologies?
Yeah, I think there are a number of technologies in the building itself, from the materials that are used in the actual construction process, the paint, the carpets, the partitioning, the ceiling, etc. So the material itself had to comply to Green Building Council standards. That's the first thing. From an energy perspective, and that's the most sort of obvious one, the pump technology that we utilize in the building is premium efficiency motors, and where relevant, it's premium efficiency with VFD drives, combined again with the renewable energy, so the wind turbines powering up the main grid of the building, and the solar modules powering up the solar SQFlex borehole pump. In addition to that, of course, the glazing of the building is a single glaze. It's not a double glazing, but it conforms to the requirements in terms of the green building requirement with respect to thermal and lighting as well.
You mentioned that the reason for the construction of this building was because of the warehouse. Could you just go into a little bit of detail, just the size of the warehouse, you know, how much easier it is now that you guys have this big space?
Yeah. The warehouse designed is just over 6,000 square meters, around about 6,200 odd. As I said, the driver behind the project was that at the time we were on 4 sites in the Greater Gauteng, 1 in Pretoria, 2 out in Industrial Jet Park, and of course our office across the road, which had a small warehousing facility, I think around about 1,500 square meters local. What it meant is that we obviously were incurring huge travelling and diesel costs with our vehicles driving up and down. We had a lot of duplication of costs, and with that then a lot of inefficiencies. So first of all having the space and a clean slate to design around service, logistics and local assembly, the 6,200 square meters allowed us to bring professionals in from the group, and working with local logistics professionals to actually design a facility that flows efficiently, and that ultimately translates into better service for our partners. It has the capacity to take on another 2,000 square meters should we want it at the back of the facility.
What makes the building unique?
What makes this particular building unique, first of all, of course, the site is phenomenal. At the interchange from Gululi's going to the airport, the N12 intersection, it's one of the busiest intersections in South Africa, Southern Africa, probably on the continent in terms of vehicle flow. So we recognize that by building a building that represented our brand in terms of energy efficient solutions would not only bring exposure to the brand, but it would be a kind of a statement of intent, if you want, in the market. So the building is unique, first of all, because of the site. What makes the actual construction, of course, is that it's the first industrial grade building in South Africa to receive a 5-star rating. That really puts the building in front of its peers, but by doing that it puts Grundfos as a leader in front of its peers, because we are an industrial company that has built its business around energy efficient solutions. Our focus, of course, on water and energy, and then by having our own home representing that, it's really what we call taking our own medicine.